Fashion Academy YouTube channel once again for another interesting tutorial on this channel. So today's tutorial will be focusing on the making of the sleeve on the thumbnail, which is an organza ruffle sleeve. So this organza ruffle sleeve is actually sewn on the ruffles are made on the basic sleeve. So to begin this tutorial, the first thing we are going to do, this is my basic long sleeve. So I'm going to make out my basic sleeve right now. Okay, I'm going to place my paper on fold, and I want to trace out the length of the sleeve I'm working with. So in tracing out the length of the sleeve I'm working with, I will be assuming working with what I have on my piece of paper right here. So on your paper, you are going to trace out before you cut on your fabric. So if you have a basic long sleeve already drafted, all you need to do is to trace out the part you need. So this is the part I need right now, which I've traced out. So now I'll take off my basic long sleeve. So if you don't know how to make a basic long sleeve, we have a detailed video on how to make a basic long sleeve on this channel. So I'm cutting what I have, which I've traced out right now, and that will serve as my sleeve. So this is the bicep area, so I made it above the biceps. Okay, so what I have right here is, you can see the cap height and the biceps. So from the biceps, I came down by 2 inches or 2.5 to make these basic sleeve ruffles. So after you have traced out, all you need to do is to open up your sleeve. Once sleeve is opened, I'm going to make my organza ruffle lines on my sleeve using my tailor's chalk. So I'm assuming right now that you have cut out your basic long sleeve. So you just come to the edge of your paper and you are going to mark out, that is your sleeve, using your tailor's chalk. What I'm marking out right now is my seam allowance, okay, on which I'm going to place my first ruffle sleeve to sew. Okay, so this is the seam allowance which we are going to place the first ruffle. So this is the starting point as well. So my first ruffle is going to start on this line. So I'm placing my first ruffle on this line. Then I'm going to check what I have from here to here. So if this is the length of my sleeve, I'll also mark another seam allowance. So what I have here is another seam allowance. If I'm turning this sleeve right now with another one, okay, the one that is going to be inside, this is going to serve as my seam allowance. So what I'm working with right now is the length I have from here to here for my ruffle. So here I have 8.5. So I'm going to make 2 inches length distances for my ruffles right now. I'm making 2 inches distance for my ruffle. So once the first ruffle is placed, I'm going to place the next ruffle. So I'm going to make the last ruffle. The last ruffle will come here. Please don't confuse them. Let me call it R4. That is the 4th ruffle. This is where I have my 3rd ruffle. So I call it R3. That is the 3rd ruffle. And this is where I have the 4th ruffle. So I'm going to call it R2, which is number 2 ruffle. And on this, I'm going to follow this line to make the ruffle. Okay, it's okay. I have the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and I have another line. Okay, so I'm just trying to, which means we are going to have 5 ruffles right now, because the first ruffle will be sewn right on the sleeve, and the second one, okay, the second one will be sewn this way, that way. Okay, so that is how we are going to pleat in these ruffles.